As the clock turns to, no, as the calendar turns to June, may you all be blessed and healthy. June, what a month. June gloom here in LA. We've got some clouds, but we have each other. And we have so much on the horizon. June, a month of new beginnings. A month of Father's Day, even. A month of Juneteenth. Funny that those two things are the same week. A month of the summer solstice. That's right. Just a couple weeks from now, days start getting shorter again. I was saying that to people at work today. No one liked it. In a couple weeks, days start getting shorter again. The road to winter begins in just a couple short weeks. Hope you're ready. The following podcast contains lasers that may trigger seizures in photosensitive viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. This is Laser Show.
Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume, dance, dance.
Good day, good morrow, blessed and healthy is the day, and welcome to episode 39. Oh my God, we are almost turning 40. The number one birthday of one's life, I think. Episode 39. I am your host, Gucci Greatness, the Fabergé Fiend, Dr. Drip, two-time Employee of the Week, one-time Employee of the Month, inaugural Employee of the Month, and runner-up to Alderman of the 3rd Ward of Cass County, Missouri, Ryan O'Flanagan. Welcome into another edition of Laser Show. This episode is brought to you by fucking nobody. Nobody sponsored me this week. Nobody Venmo'd me. Are you guys just not doing well? Do you not believe in me anymore? Are you not fans of me anymore? Whatever, I don't need you. I'm doing fine financially. I was just named Employee of the Week a second time. And you know why? I was named Employee of the Week. To be named Employee of the Week, you have to go above and beyond. And Laserheads, as you sure as shit well know, I go above and beyond in all that I do, except almost everything. If you do something exceptional, you get to be Employee of the Week. And you know what I did that was exceptional? This was now 30, little over 30 days ago. Or a month ago, some might say. I was clean. I work in a movie theater, for those who don't know, and I was the inaugural Employee of the Month. I'm very good at the movie theater. I'm one of the movie theater's top guys, top young hunks. And I was named Employee of the Week, inaugural Employee of the Week a few months ago. Because I took one for the team and I drove all the way to a different theater to fill in for a shift that they needed filled. Drove all the way across town. No big deal. Employee of the Week, boom. Employee of the Month, locked up. $15 gift card to the very place that I work at, claimed. This time, what did I do to go above and beyond? I found $141 that someone had left in a seat. If you're leaving $141 in a seat, and you leave it there and you go home, you don't go, oh fuck, I lost $141. Man, I wanna live your life. I wanna be your friend. Tell me your secrets to how you get that. I didn't know that we had a billionaire at Landmark Theater. My life would be ruined. I would have to move back home if I just lost $141. Now I'll spend $250 on drinks at a bar, drunkenly buying everyone shots and drinks all night on a random Wednesday trivia night. But that happens. That's just That's just Alderman Rye being Alderman Rye. That's just classic Alderman activities. But some bozo left $141. And while some people might simply pick up that $141 and pocket it, that's not what you're supposed to do. And that's not Employee of the Month material, behavior. Me, I turned it into management like a good boy. A good boy who does the right thing, not just at work, not just when I'm being required and being paid to do the right thing. I always do the right thing. I'm going to get into heaven. I am going to heaven. I want to go to heaven so bad. I want to meet Christ Jesus. And I've done everything right my whole life. And I'm not about to fuck up now. I have done everything right. I'm jacked. I went to church every Sunday until I was like 13. I've done it right. I haven't raped. I'm white. I'm getting into heaven. So that's my thought process. When I find this $141, I turn it into management. But here's the cool thing about that. And this has happened before. To my man Fish, Laserhead, what up Fish, second ever Employee of the Month. Fisher one time found money, not as much as $141. I think he found like $50 or something. And if no one calls to claim it in 30 days, you get to just keep that money. Without the guilt of having stolen that money, you get to keep the money that you earned, you waited 30 days for. And guess what? Just a couple days ago, I reached my 30-day mark, and I got to keep that $141. So this episode is brought to you by that guy who saw Sinners, probably. We've had Sinners for like 3 months. What the fuck is the deal with? Who gives a shit about this movie? It's fine. It ain't no Mission Impossible Final Reckoning. No, sir. It's fine. This episode is brought to you by the man who left $141. That man is keeping the lights on here at the Gardens. Gucci Gardens radiates because of you, my good sir. And I'm assuming it's a man because it was a bunch of money. So then I turned that in, and because I was honest, and I set a good example and did the right thing, I was named Employee of the Week a second time. Didn't get a second Employee of the Month. That's okay. They gotta spread this thing around. People are gonna start quitting. If I got Employee of the Month a second time in 4 months when there's like 25 employees, yikes. There might be a riot. But a lot of funny things have been happening. I had a crazy day at work a couple weeks ago. I scooter to work. I got to tell you guys about this. Just a god-awful day at work that I had. I scootered to work, and I was scootering to work knowing that I had to get to... I'm getting to work early, I think, on this day. Pretty early. I think I'm scooting to work at like 11:30 or something. 11:30, 12 o'clock. I have a little iScooter i9. It's not... Hey, if you've ever ridden a Lime scooter or a Bird scooter... Imagine like a scooter that's just way smaller than that with plastic wheels. It's so dangerous. It's so easy to fall. But I bought it because I didn't have a car. I needed a way to get to work. And I still just take it to work because if I can avoid driving at any time, I will. My piece of shit old car, my car, it's going to just, a wheel's just going to come off one of these days. It doesn't have a lot of time left. It's on life support. So my car is eternally grateful that I scooter to work most days. Sometimes I'll be too hungover to scoot to work. I feel like, it's going to give me a headache, the bumps. I'm not myself. I'm going to fall. So some days I'll drive. But most days I scoot. On this day I scooted. And I remember riding my scooter and it was down to its final battery. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, man, I don't even know if this is going to make it back home after work. I should have just brought my charger with me. Why didn't I do that? Charge it up while I'm at work. That would have been. And I'm just having these thoughts and I'm going super slow. When it runs out of battery, starts to run out of battery, it goes really slow. And I'm just looking at the miles per hour, the speedometer. And it's like 9, 10 miles an hour. And I remember just looking at it. Just going, come on, you're supposed to be going faster than this. And I'm looking at the speedometer and not looking where I'm going. And I hit some sort of a bump. And I just went head over ass. Kaboom! Right on Sunset and Laurel. Directly in front of the Laugh Factory. Ain't that some shit? Where I used to once perform. When I first moved to LA in my first few years out here, I was doing the open mic. I was doing showcases. Had my own show there with my sketch group, Dead Kevin. I used to go to the Laugh Factory every couple of years. Maybe once a year. For the first few years I moved out here. And doing shows at the Laugh Factory, I performed for the likes of Justin Bieber when he was dating Selena Gomez. They were making out up in that they have a little celebrity area that they can sit. He used to love Chris D'Elia. That's funny how that all turned out. Remember when Justin Bieber loved Chris D'Elia? And he was posting like, man, I love Chris D'Elia. And he would always go to Chris D'Elia's shows. He's probably getting raped, huh? Looking back. He's probably getting raped in his butt. Drugged and raped, I would assume. But he was pretty funny, D'Elia, to some. But we didn't know. We didn't know that's what was happening. Because he was making out with Selena Gomez. He had us all fooled. Turns out when Selena went home, poor Justin was getting drugged and raped. But anyway, I performed for him. Performing at the Laugh Factory used to feel so like you were on the up and up. I would be nervous as hell. Did a show there once with Dane Cook and Adam Devine. D'Elia was on that show. We had this crazy show, Dead Kevin's show. And like D'Elia, Adam Devine, Ian Edwards were on the show. Tommy Johnigan. And then Dane Cook dropped in and did 50 minutes and walked half the crowd. But it was crazy. You feel like I'm going somewhere. And fast forward to 2025, I eat shit on the cheapest scooter available on Amazon on my way to my $18 an hour movie theater job. I'm 36 years old. Eat shit, dude. This is a busy intersection. It's in front of a marquee with my friends' faces on it. Eat shit, pit. Get up. I'm in pain. I continue on to work. I get into work. There's a fucking festival happening. There's the Indian Film Festival, IFFLA, happening, and it's pandemonium in the theater. The Indian Film Festival, I'll say it. For the 6 months I have been working at Landmark Theater, I've worked many a festival, many an event. No more make yourself at home obnoxious crowd than the Indian Film Festival. Boy, did they just throw their trash into the bar as though it were an area for trash when I would get there in the morning. Just empty boxes and stuff they would just throw. I'm sure the movies were great. But I show up to that. It's pandemonium. I go to the manager. I go, hey, dude, is there a fucking first aid kit? I pulled my pants up. I had a big ass gash on my leg. And my pants were sticking to my flesh, my inside of my wound. I go, you got a first aid kit? He goes, yeah, shit, Jesus. My one knee is like, I can't bend it at all. I'm limping. And the other leg has this huge gash in my shin. 3-inch gash. Maybe I'll post it. It doesn't look as bad in the picture, I suppose, as it felt and looked in real life. I sent it to some friends. They were like, okay, that's not that bad. I'm like, shut the fuck up. There's no Band-Aids in the first aid kit. There's just wrap gauze and tape. So I just wrap it up just so it doesn't stick to my pants. So my black pants and their black threads aren't sticking to the inside of my wound. And I go about my day. I begin work. And I'm working at the bar. I'm cleaning all the trash out of the bar that the Indian Film Festival was using to store all their trash. But there's another event happening this day that I knew was going to happen. I wasn't totally sure. Oh yes, I did get there. It was a very early day. I got there at 11:30 a.m. And you never have to get there that early. But we got there that early because there was so much happening this day, and I was supposed to help set up with they were doing a screening of a movie called Bride Hard, which featured Rebel Wilson. And everyone was saying Rebel Wilson was going to come in. And the stars of the movie were Rebel Wilson and Anna Kendrick. And everyone all week is going, okay, this event on Wednesday or whatever it is, fucking Rebel Wilson and Anna Kendrick are going to be here, and they're going to do like a promo during like their screening of their new movie, Bride Hard. And so we're going to hire not we, whoever's running the event. We're just providing the theater for it. But they're going to have like 100 women all in bridesmaid dresses come to the theater, and these people work for some sort of a staffing company or like a casting staffing type thing where they do stuff like this all the time. I was talking to one of them about it. She goes, yeah, I do this stuff all the time. Tomorrow I'm going to be at another event dressed as something else. Today I'm a bridesmaid. So 100 women are going to come dressed as bridesmaids, and they're going to gather. We have a little upstairs lounge at this theater. I am to fill up 100 or so or whatever plastic champagne flutes, and I'm just like the champagne guy upstairs, right? That's not terrible. It's fine. It's a long way from not having to have had a day job for 8 years to make $18 an hour pouring champagne in these plastic champagne flutes. And we have to set up they have like a food table up there as well. And I'm up there pouring champagne, just filling champagne for people. And one of the head honchos of the company was in that day, causing just a lot of general stress. We're all just kind of generally stressed out, especially the people that have to work upstairs, which is just me. I had another friend kind of pop in and out and help with the food every once in a while, but not really. It was just me upstairs and all these women. And, I'm getting notes. I'm getting some notes in my ear from the head honcho. It's kind of just a generally annoying day. I'm in so much pain. I'm bleeding. My leg is bleeding, and my other leg is like I can't bend it. And now I have to serve these women. And for people that aren't drinking, that's a photo I could share maybe on the... Okay, I'm going to try to remember what to share. I'm going to share a photo of my wound. Okay, I'm going to write that down. I'm actually writing this down on a piece of paper I got in the mail that I get for a retirement fund from the theater. I've reached a point where I can start saving for retirement at this theater. And I'm going to be working there forever, so here we go. I'm going to do my wound. I'm going to do the champagne flutes. I'm going to show you the if you look at my Instagram, I'm going to post these pictures under this. The table with the champagne flutes on them. So for people that aren't drinking, and there was a few, we have these very nice big bottles of sparkling apple cider. And we went through those like hotcakes. Like at the beginning, more people were taking the cider than the champagne even. It was early in the day. It was like 1 p.m. Some people just don't like to drink that early in the day, even when it's free. That's crazy to me. If it's free, unless you have to like go to work after this, even that, you don't want a free little champagne flute if you drink. If you don't drink, hey, I get it. But it seemed like a lot of people just at the beginning, and then once people started getting into it, then everyone was into it. There was really a select few Probably a third of the people there were drinking most of the champagne. But so we have 25 bottles of champagne ready, and 5 bottles of the apple cider. And we're cruising through the apple cider. We get to the final bottle of the apple cider, and you have to pop the top off. It's like a bottle top, and I try to pop the top off, and I break the top of the bottle on the last. This is the last apple cider bottle, and this guy comes, hey, can I get some of that apple cider? And I go, yeah, let me just bust out this new bottle, and I break the top off just a little bit, just a half inch, boop, but you can see a little bit of glass on my finger, and I go, dude, I honestly did think about just like pouring it and just giving it to the guy and just being like, just hope there's no glass in it. But eventually I was like, yeah, what if he just like swallows glass though? That could be easily traced back to me. And I would probably go to jail. So I said, don't risk it, right? I look at the guy and I go, hey man, I'm so sorry. I just broke this bottle and this was our last bottle of the apple cider. I'm sorry. And he goes, oh. And he goes, I mean, that's fine. I don't mind. I'll still drink it. And I go, no, look, there's like glass like on my finger. And I go to show him the glass of my finger, and my finger just starts exploding blood. Not exploding, it's not squirting blood. But there was quite a bit of blood, which I hid. Oh shit, whoops. I hid my finger. He goes, all right. He walks away. Now I'm just fucking gushing blood. And I don't want people to know that I'm gushing. I'm like serving champagne to people. Now my leg is bleeding. My finger will not stop bleeding. The tiniest little cut on my finger, you know how it goes. It's because my heart was going so damn fast because of all these hot women. My blood was just pouring out. Then these 3 girls come up and they go, can we get a video of you pouring champagne into our champagne glasses? And my finger's just fucking bleeding out. And I don't want them to see. And I'm like, yeah, I got you. And I pick up the bottle and I just see blood like trickling down my finger. And I go, oh, well, let me just grab this. I kind of just mumble and go underneath the table and grab a napkin. I just try so hard to press it. I don't want to be holding a napkin around my finger while I am pouring this. They're taking a video of my hand. I was able to stop the bleeding just enough for just a second to get this video. My hand is like shaking in the video. I'm so nervous they're going to see that I'm bleeding. And I know for a fact from this morning, we do not have Band-Aids in this whole building. The first aid kit doesn't have Band-Aids in it. So I'm fucked. So I pour the rest of the champagne and then they go, okay, everybody, this is where things really go haywire. The woman running things or whatever, she goes, all right, everybody, go downstairs. We're going into the theater, and we're going to start the movie. And Ryan the bartender, he's going to top you all off. So I got to go downstairs. I got to top everyone off in this theater with their champagne. So a lot of people at this point are drunk. There's really like there's a group of, the people in the back of the theater are pretty wasted. People in the front are a little bit more well-behaved, but generally it's a pretty drunk, loud vibe, and I'm in the theater. And at this point, before I went into the theater, I grabbed black latex gloves that we use for the kitchen. And I'm really good at kitchen, by the way. If you ever want to come to the Landmark Theater, you're going to want to come on a day that I'm kitchen because I make this shit out of some food. But I put these black gloves on, and then I go into the theater to serve, and I'm like, I feel like it's a little weird that I wasn't wearing gloves upstairs, but now I'm wearing gloves. But I'm like, no one will say anything. They look kind of cool. I'm wearing a black shirt and black pants. Now I just have these like black latex gloves. They don't look like lunch lady gloves. They could be kind of sexy little gloves. No one's gonna care. So I go into the theater. Everyone's drunk, and I'm running up and down the stairs. I'm topping everyone off. I'm filling up. I have like a table down at the bottom of on the little landing. And I'm sending up drinks. I'm passing drinks up to them. Hey, pass this to that person. Pass this to that person. I'm making runs. I'm doing deliveries. People start chanting my name. Ryan, Ryan, Ryan. And I was hamming it up. I was like, yeah, I was chanting with them. This is fun. This is cool. It was just like this. It does, I'm having fun with it, but this does suck. I do want to kill myself and quit. So then the woman who is the host of this event, in some way, she gets a microphone. And she goes, welcome everyone to the screening of Bride Hard. So she's got a microphone. She's this blonde woman. I'm on one side. I'm against the far wall with my little table with champagne and flutes on it. And like my two bosses are on the other side by the door where you come in. And this woman goes, welcome everyone to Bride Hard. And she goes, what do you think about your lovely server, Ryan? And everyone's chanting, everyone starts chanting, Ryan, Ryan. And I'm just laughing, give a thumbs up. Then she goes, it's kind of oddly sensual that he's wearing these black gloves, huh? And I'm like, no. She goes, what's up with these gloves? You guys notice he's wearing these gloves? And she's like, why are you wearing those gloves? And then people start yelling. Drunk people in the crowd start going, yeah, take off the gloves. And I don't want to tell them I'm wearing gloves because I'm pouring blood. I guess I could have just said that. Sometimes I just overthink things. And I could have just been like, I cut myself so I had to wear gloves. But I also don't want them to be grossed out. There's a Band-Aid on my finger and I've been serving you champagne. There could be blood in your champagne. So I just kind of like played it off. I was like, no, just, it's gloves. Easy gloves. Hope they would simply think I was retarded. And then she starts going, and then the crowd, I don't know how it's happened, but I think, so then the woman comes over to me and she goes, so Ryan, what's your story? How long you been working here? And then puts the mic in my face. And I thought I would make this the cheapest, easiest joke that one can make, then get just like a cheap little laugh. She goes, how long you been working? You're doing a great job tonight. How long you been working here? And she put the mic in my face and I just went, I don't even work here. And then there has never been more of a silence in the history of the world. Not a single person in this sold out movie theater laughed at my joke. And then she just goes, he doesn't even work here. Interesting. And then I had to be like, no, I'm kidding. No, I do work here. I didn't have the mic anymore at this point. I was like, no, I'm joking. I work here. I thought that was just like an easy joke. I guess it wasn't good. Wouldn't it be funny if I was doing all this work for you, drunk whores, and I didn't even work here? Ha ha ha. You fucking dolts. That one went over all their heads. And then she starts giving us... so then at some point they start chanting, take your shirt off at me. I don't know how that happened. She was like, he doesn't even work here, but boy, he's a handsome guy. He's in great shape, huh? And then they all start chanting, yeah, take your shirt. The whole crowd is chanting, take your shirt off. Take your shirt off. And then that's when I got uncomfortable. I looked over at my boss, one of the managers. I was like at least smiling and laughing it off. He was livid. He was having no fun when this was happening. I'm like, loosen up. I did want to fucking quit. But then this woman starts giving her speech. She's giving like a whole presentation and a welcome thing. Just talking and talking. And then I see the head honcho, regional manager or whatever, at the other end of the theater. And she's telling me she's motioning, she's miming for me to pop champagne. She's doing like a pop motion with it. And she's like, pop. You, of course, can't see what I'm doing. I don't know why I swear one of these days I'll get video with this podcast. 2026. But this woman's like giving a speech, so I don't know. I don't want to like pop a fucking thing of champagne in the middle of her speech. But it seems like the boss woman really wants me to do that. She's getting so pissed at me that I'm not popping. She's like, pop it, pop it. Pop a champagne. I'm like, what now? What is happening? There was no plan. No one told me that. I didn't know what. There was never a plan all day. I just walked into this theater bleeding, hurt, and I've been told one thing at a time. Now we're going to the theater, you're going to top people off. If there was a specific moment I was supposed to pop champagne in celebration, yeah, you probably should have told me that before. Not going, now. I'm going, what do you mean? Now what? Now. Do it now. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm just going to pop a champagne in the middle of this woman's speech that she's giving. And I pop a bottle of champagne. The cork goes straight. We're in a movie theater. The cork goes straight up all the way to the ceiling. Straight up. Comes all the way back down. And I catch it with one hand. And the crowd cheered. It was sick. It totally made up for it. For all the hell I had been through. I feel like I had totally redeemed my bad joke. They goes, oh, that's why he's so not funny. He's an athlete. He's more of an athlete than a funny guy or a bartender. He's an athletic bartender, but he sure isn't a comedian, if I was going to guess what that guy does for a living. So then it's time for the celebrities to come in, and they're going to surprise everyone. They're not, can you believe Rebel Wilson and Anna Kendrick are going to come in, and so no one knows they're going to be there. All these women in their dresses, like they're going to be like, oh my God! Like anyone gives two shakes of a rat's ass. So now I got to grab my fucking table and like all these champagne bottles and shit and run across the the theater, run behind the woman giving the speech. My duties are now done. I got to grab all my shit, run behind this woman, go to the other side of the theater where the door is, and just get out of the way because the celebrities are coming. So I run and I do that, and in walks a camera crew facing back. They're walking backwards, and they're filming the celebrities enter. And I just have to get out of the way. I'm fucking dropping shit. I have a tray of empty champagne flutes on a tray, like I'm walking like I'm in a restaurant, and they're just falling. And I'm just trying to get out of the way, but I'm like bumping it. There's so many people just like standing on the side of the theater. I don't know who anyone is. People that worked on this movie or something. And I'm so stressed out. Camera crew comes in with a light. You know, they got a light shining on these celebrities walking in. And in walks Rebel Wilson and some bitch that was not Anna Kendrick. Her name was like Anna Kane or something. And I'm sure she's wonderful. But for all week, people have been saying, I mean, this event's going to suck, but you get to meet Anna Kendrick. And then this woman, and now, for a surprise, the woman on the microphone got to do the announcement. Please welcome the stars of the movie, Rebel Wilson. And I'm like, why are they saying Rebel Wilson first if it's Anna Kendrick and Rebel Wilson? You're gonna want to lead with Anna Kendrick. Or maybe save her for last because it's cooler. But she goes, Rebel Wilson and Anna Kane or something. What was this? Let me look up what this woman's name was. So the movie's called Bride Hard. Bride Hard. And then we did another screening of a movie called Bride or Die. You guys can really stop. Anna Camp is this woman's name. She's lovely, I'm sure. Beautiful woman. Was not Anna Kendrick. I'm sure she's great. She's from Aiken, South Carolina. That's the name of it's actually the name of my elementary school, Aiken. So I think that's probably, if I had known that, I probably would have said that to her. But I thought it was going to be Anna Kendrick, and I had a whole litany of things I was about to say to her. I was about to tell her that I was the inaugural employee of the month, and I'm the runner-up for alderman of the 3rd Ward of Cass County in Peculiar, Missouri. I was ready to make her tingles and jingles in the nether wrinkles. But that happened. They do the movie. I go, at this point, I mean, the hell is done. I've never come closer to quitting than that day. I was like, fuck this. The hell am I doing with my life? And then apparently when they were giving after I had left, like once the two girls came into the theater and they were giving their, hey, welcome, I just got the fuck out of there. I'm going to go clean up. Oh, I forgot to say this. So while this woman was giving her speech, and everyone had made fun of me for wearing gloves, and they're going, take your gloves off. I was like, no, no. But I had a little table there. So back when the woman starts talking again, okay, when we made this movie, we worked really hard on it. And I had this little table with the champagne on it. And I put my hand, I was like, maybe I should just take my glove. I'm probably done bleeding by now. And I take my glove off with the cut hand. And my whole finger, which had the cut on it, was completely red. It didn't stop the bleeding at all. It just kept the blood around my finger. The blood just gathered. It was just, and I'm so glad, and I hope no one saw. And I just wiped it on my pants. I've been wiping a lot of stuff on my pants lately in this theater. Dropped a whole bunch of horchata recently. And I wash my pants probably once every 3 shifts. You know, probably twice a week. So if it's my first shift after doing laundry and I get horchata or blood on my pants, I'm going to have horchata or blood or whore's blood on my pants for the next several days. I'm not going to do laundry. I'm not going to be dictated. I dictate the laundry time. The laundry time does not dictate me. Anyway, so that was a god-awful day working at the theater. Today, there was a lot of things went wrong today. But there was just like a problem with, we had some influencers come in. They were trying to film, and they didn't have permission. And that was a whole thing. It was just like a really weird day. And there was like a software issue with the computers. And then we just got the Phoenician scheme. Cool. And there's like a 1 p.m. or so showing of the Phoenician scheme today. And I'm in the kitchen. I'm making food. I'm whipping up. I made a few things today. Very, very, very slow day. But I did make a hot dog, a vegan brat, tenders, and fries. I was in the kitchen. I come out of the kitchen. Everyone's gone. Manager was gone. Then this guy comes running out of the theater, comes up to me, and he goes, hey, just so you know, this movie, it's playing sound but no video. I was like, oh, shit. I radio my manager. He goes, yeah, I know. That's what I'm working on right now. I go, oh, yes, yeah, he knows, I guess. He's working on it right now. I'm so sorry, man. That does suck. I'm like, I'm so sorry. He's working on it right now. At this point, there's nothing I can do. I literally work behind the ice. I hand you popcorn. If you think I'm capable of fixing this, I'm here handing you popcorn right now, dude. I have horchata all over my pants. So I go, yeah, I'm so sorry. Then this guy comes out, steaming mad. Tall guy, steaming mad. You don't want to make a tall guy steaming mad. They can squish you like a bug. And he goes, this is ridiculous. I can't be in there right now. I'm not going to watch. I'm like, yeah, I know. He's fixing it right now. I'm so sorry, man. And he goes, this really sucks, dude. And I went, yeah, I know. He's like this guy in probably his late 40s, early 50s. Still tall, though. Tall people aren't supposed to live that long. Their hearts are supposed to give out because they have to work so hard. He goes, that really sucks, man. And I went, I know, man. I'm so sorry. He's working on it right now. I don't know how many times I can tell you. They're working on it right now. I have nothing else I can do. And then you know what he says to me? He goes, you know, you only see a movie for the first time once. Yeah, I'm sorry your experience was so... You're watching the Phoenician scheme, you fucking loser. You only see a movie for the first time once. I'm sorry. Does this movie mean that much to you? God, I remember the first time I went to watch Phoenician scheme. And I'm going to watch it several times, but nothing like that first time. This was going to be the last movie of my life. How the fuck can a Wes Anderson movie... You can just not watch it at all, truly. That's what I am probably going to do. You're really that upset about the first 3 minutes of the Phoenician scheme had an error? That movie means that much to you, or you would say, you only see a movie for the first time once. And you've ruined it, Landmark Theater. This was going to be an all-time memory for me. Seeing the fucking Phoenician scheme. Kill yourself. Kill yourself. I clearly can't fix this. I clearly am not at fault for this. I neither caused it nor can fix it. I make chicken tenders. I made chicken tenders and fries. Some days I hand you popcorn. Most days I'm just sweeping, cleaning, scrubbing. Some days I bartend. One thing I am absolutely not doing is playing the audio of the movie without the video. That wasn't me. And I certainly don't know how to fix that. I'm not allowed to fix that even if I wanted to. I can't touch the projector. I'm bleeding. I was aghast at this guy. And you know what I wish? And I just said, I know, I'm so sorry. That's all I said to him. What a pussy I am. I know, I'm sorry. I know it. I know you only see a movie for the first time. You're so right. And I'm so sorry we blew it for you. I should have been like, shut up, dude. That would have been awesome. I was thinking that all day. I kept telling my coworkers all day. I really wish I had just said, oh, shut up. Like, what's he gonna do? Tell on me? Good. Fire my ass. You only watch a movie for the first time. You only see a movie for the first time once. Oh, shut up. It's not like I called him a bad word. Shut up, asshole. That would be a fireable offense. You can't call a customer an asshole when he didn't call you anything. But you can tell a customer to shut up when he's just being annoying. I think you should be able to do that. Hey, dude, shut up. So that's how things have been going over at the theater. It's been a lot of really good times. The occasional bad time. And you know what you only get to do once is be the inaugural employee of the month. Oh, that's what I should have hit him with. Damn. That was now 8 hours ago that happened, so it's probably a little too late to hit him with that one. Well, you're only the inaugural employee of the month once. So how about you treat me with some fucking respect? You old, tall bitch. You tall glass of bitch. Bitch-made ass bitch. What other things have been happening in my life? I've had an ingrown hair in my neck since before my last tour. So that must have been since late March. We're going on over 2 months now. At this point, I don't know if it's still an ingrown hair. It's just a bump. I think it's still an ingrown hair. I've tried everything. Deep tweezing. I took a razor blade to it once. I read that that's what dermatologists do. If you go to a dermatologist, they just slice it open and get the hair out. I tried to do that myself. That wasn't safe. But I've gotten little hairs out of it. Now it's just a bump. I think it's probably turned into a pearl. So I'm just going to let it go. I'm just going to let it. And then I'm going to give it to a good woman one day. Anyway, if anyone has any tits or trips, please do let me know. I have been planning my next tour. I would like to tell you guys about this tour that I'm planning. I'm planning now an August run of shows. It's a lot of Colorado. But then I'm also doing some random ass shit. Missoula, Montana. Right, as of now, this tour kicks off in Missoula, Montana. That's what the fuck this tour is going to be. I'm doing some random ass places. It's going to be fun. I am having a lot of trouble getting people to respond to me and book me on shows. Eternally grateful for the people that do respond and put me on shows. But man, oh man, have I sent a shit ton. More than most tours, I think. Just reaching out to people. I'm reaching out to venues that don't even have comedy shows, that's desperate times. Just looking at bars in Cheyenne, Wyoming, and going, "Hey, you ever had a comedy show? I see you had a music show there once in 2021. I was wondering if you still had that microphone and if you would like to do a comedy show." Desperate times, but right now what we're looking at in mid-August is Missoula, Montana. I can just tell you right now. Look, I have it right on my computer. We're doing Missoula, Montana, Idaho Falls, Idaho, Boise, Idaho, going back to Boise, baby. I cannot wait. Oh, I'm gonna say some F words, dude. Both of them. I hope this show is flush with Mormons. And I'm gonna tell them exactly how I feel. I'm gonna do lots of crowd work. I don't do a whole lot of crowd work, but if it's all Mormons, none of you cowards are safe. Laserheads know if you've made it to the Elk several times, you know I'm at war with the Mormons. The Mormons. And it all stemmed from Boise, Idaho. Last year? Yeah, a little over a year ago. And this war is not over. This war has just begun. I will stop at nothing to end the Mormon religion. I think they need to grow up. Grow up or go to war. Those are your options. And then I'm going to Grand Junction, Colorado. A fella reached out. Is that what happened? I think so. Or maybe I reached out. I forget. Doesn't matter. But then I'm going to also be doing, I think, hopefully Durango. Still TBD on them. Waiting to hear back from them. And then the other ones I have are all the big three over there. Fort Collins, Colorado Springs, and Denver. Doing a whole weekend in Denver. I haven't done a full... This is my first full weekend. Hey, how about this? This is my first full weekend at a comedy club that I've booked just by myself. Usually you need an agent to book you full weekends. But I just reached out to this club and asked if I could do like a one-nighter. And the guy, the owner, I suppose, or the booker, whoever is running things over there, their email, goes, "Oh, dude, I'm a fan. Shout out Dead Kevin." I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. You know who I am? Thank God. The Denver Comedy Underground. That's cool. You know who I am. And you like Dead Kevin. And he goes, "You want to just do a full weekend?" I was like, yeah, I'll do a full weekend. I haven't done a full weekend in like 2 years. See how that goes. So a lot of Colorado, Idaho. We've sprinkled in a Missoula, Montana. I'm trying to get a Cheyenne going, somewhere in Wyoming, a Casper. If anyone knows anything, let me know. I have like it's pretty, it's timed out kind of odd. I have like 3 days off in a row. I'm just going to film some tourist videos. But if you live in any of those areas, come, please spread the word. And if you can help me book more shows in that area, that's a huge swath of land. So really, I can make a lot of things work. I don't have to start this tour in Missoula, Montana. I'd rather not. It's bad luck, they say, to start in Missoula. 100 miles from Missoula. That's a Miranda Lambert song called Dry Town. It's about towns that you can't drink. And she mentioned, you can drink in Missoula, but that's like, in reference, that's the nearest city. So I think I'm going to drive through a bunch of shitty-ass towns when I'm up there. It's beautiful up there, though, isn't it? I love Montana, Wyoming, the Tetons. The Dakotas, I love the Dakotas. So I think it's going to be a much prettier drive than my last road trip, which was Iowa, Ohio, Indiana, Southern Illinois, Wisconsin. I wanted to kill my ass's self every day. And I was going back and forth, too. That was a really poorly routed tour. I was making the same drives 2 days in a row, back and forth. Lots and lots of abortion signs. I get it. I won't have an abortion. Not today. What other things did I want to talk to you about? I went to a county fair recently. And I went to Pride. What did I do at Pride? Oh, I went to a concert. And I saw the headliner they have this free Pride weekend in LA is a blast. I am not gay, wink wink. Nah, I'm gay. But I tell people I'm not gay. I identify as straight. Just like people might identify as a dog or a chair. That's not what you are. But if that's what you identify as, then that's what people have to call you. And I tell people I'm straight. But really, I love men and cocks and balls. And giving them big kisses. I love giving men big kisses on their cocks and balls. I love giving a man a kiss on the back of his balls from behind. A little sneaky little kiss on the back of his balls. God, I've been doing that since, early 80s. But Pride is a lot of fun, and they have a free concert on Fridays. You have to get an RSVP really early. I got in. I've been planning this for months. They don't tell you who the headliner is. Doesn't matter. Don't care. Turns out, the headliner is Maren Morris. Baby, why don't you just meet me in the middle? Oh, this bitch sucked. It takes a lot for me to... I set a notification in my calendar months in advance to remember to RSVP as soon as tickets went on sale, and I did. I set an alarm. I woke up early because it's a free show in West Hollywood Park. And they have big acts. They've had fucking Lizzo. Last year they had Kylie Minogue. They've had Diplo. And this year the headliner is Maren Morris. But before her was Queen Herbie, and I do love Queen Herbie, so it was worth it for that. But then we pretty much left after that. What the hell is that? Who in the God's Christ listens to that? Yeah, I guess that's my church. And I'm not anti-country. I like a lot of country. I don't know what the hell she's doing. But she was a little hottie with a body, I'll tell you that. She came out looking like a little steamboat, toot toot. I wanted to give her a little toot toot. A fart. I wanted to fart on her chest. I'm a fart on your chest, Ray. I'm a shit on these walls, Ray. Y'all remember Scary Movie? So LA Pride was fun. I also went to the LA County Fair. And that was a blast. Really stunned by... no, I'm not stunned at all, but it was a real struggle to get friends out to go to the LA County Fair. I had one friend reach out and go, I want to go to the LA County Fair. You want to go? I go, yeah. I hit up 20 of my friends, and we got a grand total of, I think there was 5 of us. And how the hell do you not want to go to a county fair? Especially with Ryan O'Flanagan. Gucci greatness. 2-time Employee of the Week, 1-time Employee of the Month, runner-up to Alderman of the 3rd Ward in Cass County, Missouri. You don't want to go to a county fair with me? Okay. I'm going to get wasted. I'm going to pet some goats. It was a blast. I'm not a petting zoo guy. I'm not against it. I just don't we got to go to the petting zoo. But I wandered into the petting zoo. It's unlike anything you've ever imagined in your life. Wall to wall. I always imagined a petting zoo as, I've been to a petting zoo. You walk over, you pet the goat a little bit. Hopefully they're cool. They don't headbutt you. Pet the goat. Okay, cool. Here's a sheep. Pet the sheep. Okay. This petting zoo, all babies. All babies. And I'm talking like 100 babies. Baby goats, baby sheeps, little baby cows. They had goats that were born that day at 4 p.m. that were standing, nursing. You know what I said to those goats? Happy birthday. Not your first birthday, I guess. Happy 0th birthday. And you just sit on the ground, and these baby goats, they crawl all over you, and they'll suck on your fingers if you want. I had one goat that was sucking my finger as though it were a teat. And I thought, I've never even thought to do this. But I've been doing it since. I lay in bed, and I hang my finger over myself as though it were a mother's teat. I just suck it like this. And this particular goat was a little toothy. I wouldn't want a blowjob from this goat, let me tell you. It was a little toothy when it was... Hey, easy, easy. What if that was my nipple, buddy? I'd go, hey, honey. So yeah, I got a toothy little suck from a baby goat. And then at the end of the night, and you can just walk around and drink all day. It's so fun. I bought 2 pounds of fudge. I bought so much fudge that I got 2 free tickets to the Watermelon Festival, which is this weekend. And I can't go because I have to fucking work. Why? And I'm not going to request work off to go to the Watermelon Festival. It's not that serious. But if I did get it off, I was going to go to the Watermelon Festival. Because I earned 2 free tickets. I bought 2 pounds of fudge. The fudge girl was so hot. I kept just going back. And fudge was, I love fudge. If you come see me on the road, bring me fudge. That's something you can bring me. Chocolate fudge. Don't get weird with it. This place had like mango habanero fudge. Don't bring me vanilla fudge. Bring me chocolate fudge. Not German chocolate fudge. Dark chocolate fudge or regular chocolate fudge. Rocky Road fudge. None of that no other weird flavor shit. If you see me on the road, you're going to want to bring me a Fabergé egg. Thank you, Caitlin. A t-shirt. Thank you, Caitlin. And whoever else. I've gotten some t-shirts from other people, and I really appreciate. The guy that gave me that Ohio shirt, and shouts to you. Guy from Columbus who gave me an Ohio shirt. Soul, it said. Bring me a size medium t-shirt. Bring me a Fabergé egg. Bring me a meal in like a to-go meal from home. Doesn't have to be a Tupperware, but a little styrofoam maybe. A little to-go meal from a restaurant. Or some fudge. I need these things. And also, if you want to be a sponsor on my podcast, I'll give you a nice long shout out. Venmo me $50 at Ryan O'Flan. I'll say whatever you want. I'll even say offensive curse words. I'll even say Muhammad. I'll even say the Prophet Muhammad, if you want. I would love to. The county fair was a blast, and then at the end of the night, everyone goes to, when the sun is down, you can ride the rides, of course, and play the games, of course, but a lot of people go to this. There's like a bar, and it turns into a club, and I've never seen a more lit nightclub than the LA County Fair end of the night nightclub that closed at like 11 o'clock. This place was fucking lit. I may post a video of that because it was so lit. A great video. And my friend Sarah drops her drink in the video. And I'm going to go ahead and probably share that with the world because the world deserves to see it. But you guys need to see how lit this fucking club was. Huge fan of the LA County Fair. County fairs in general. I don't want to go. A lot of my friends, I don't really want to go to the county. Oh, you don't want to go to the county fair? That makes sense. Yeah, I can see why you wouldn't want to have just a fun day with your friends and eat fried food and drink and walk around and play games and ride rides with your friends. I can see how that's not fun. Get fucked, brother. I'm so sick of people not having a good time in this life. Any of you laserheads want to go out to a county fair with old Rye? Take me. I'm your responsibility. I'm going to get too drunk. Nah, I never do. I'm too strong. I'm flexing right now. I don't know if you can hear my pecs rippling, but anytime I start to get a little too drunk, I just flex my pecs and I feel fine. I flex it right out. The alcohol just comes squirting out of my pec pores. Oh, I tried Adderall for the first time yesterday. Fantastic stuff. Big fan. Would definitely do again. My friend gave me, he has an Adderall prescription. And he says, I have like extra Adderall. You want a couple Adderall? Gave me a couple Adderall. He says, take it when they last for like 11 hours. You're just going to be super fucking awake. I'm like, dude, I've always wanted to try that. I wanted to see, because sometimes I just feel so unproductive. I felt that way for probably 15 years now. That I haven't gotten anything done in 15 years. And every day I go, well, maybe tomorrow. So I can't wait. And yesterday was my first like free day that I had to be able to do this Adderall. Popped an Adderall at 15 milligram Adderall at 2 p.m. Kind of just chilling for like 2 hours. I'm like, I feel like I may have had like a coffee. And then it really hit a second gear where I was tweaking, dude. My heart was racing. I was getting shit done though, because I didn't want to sit down. Because my heart, not because I was like, I wanted to get stuff done so badly. It's just because I was like scared to sit down. Like there's no point in sitting down right now and trying to like relax and watch TV because my heart is pounding. I have to get up and like move around just to catch up with how much my heart is working. I need to move my body. So I was just up all day and doing all sorts of shit. Just a little shit. Laundry, little projects, edited my website, a lot of just did some stretches, things I want to do and then just don't do. And then at night went to a trivia night and got almost every single question wrong. It doesn't make you smarter, I will say that. I was just a wide awake, really stupid person. But dude, I'm telling you, by like 4 hours into that thing, I was like grinding my teeth together. I was like not grinding my teeth, but I was clenching my jaw like I was on friggin' Molly. I needed gum. It was like a damn party drug. I felt like I was taking a damn stimulant party drug. Like I was gonna go to goddamn LA Pride, Maren Morris or some shit. I would love to try a lowered, I think maybe next time I'll do split it in half, try a 7.5 milligrams, see how that feels. That's probably what I'll do next time, because I have another one. But I loved how fucking productive I was, even little shit. And I didn't really have anything important to do. It'd be cool if I have a bunch of shit to do. I just did a bunch of my little bullshit, organizing stuff and stuff that wasn't that important, but I was just constantly, I could not sit still. That's great. Sometimes you just need that, even if you're not doing anything important. I would have liked to have taken an Adderall and then written a fucking script. But nah, I still don't know how to do that. It doesn't make you learn how to write a script. It just makes you really wide awake, and you got to do stuff. So I was just doing stuff. But there's the cool thing about doing all that stuff. Tomorrow, there's less stuff you got to do, and then you can focus in and write a script. So that's today, but instead of writing a script, I'm just doing this podcast. Maybe I'll work on it a little bit when I'm done. Maybe. But a huge fan. Hey, if you're coming to see me at a show, bring me a Fabergé egg, a medium t-shirt, a meal, chocolate fudge, or Adderall. I'm a huge fan. I tried to get a prescription one time. But I don't have ADD. I'm just dumb. There's a huge difference. But I think it does still help. It doesn't make you not dumb. It does help ADD, right? It helps you focus. It doesn't help with you if your brain is just not good and you're stupid and you don't know a lot of stuff. But I think if you're dumb and you don't know a lot of stuff because you're dumb, like me, it does still help because it keeps you alert and it gives you more of a motivation to try to get your life together. To take care of some things that can free up your stupid mind. At least I'm dumb, but at least I'm getting stuff done. Oh, sorry, we can't give you a prescription for this because I don't know, I answered some questions, took a test. It just doesn't seem like you have ADD. Yeah, but I still want Adderall. It still helps my life. Yeah, that's when it becomes a drug, I suppose. That's what everyone keeps saying. Oh, get a fucking life. Sorry, I'd like to organize stuff and do laundry really hard with my eyes wide. My eyes were wide open. I look like an owl. I was like, you gotta chill out, dude. I have to go to a trivia night tonight. But anyway, yeah, if anyone has any Adderall out there, let me know. Hey, thank you guys for listening to episode 39 of Laser Show. Is there anything else I wanted to talk about? It's been about an hour. I guess I'll just wrap it up. Yep, ingrown hair, talked about that. Yep, Oh, Barstool Sports reached out to me. They might feature that. I posted a video about this guy. He flipped a bird upside down at 7-Eleven. They were just like playing around, and I posted it, and I go, this guy just flipped me the bird. It got like 3 million views on, no, not 3 million. It got like 1.7 million views on TikTok. Barstool DM'd me. Barstool Sports DM'd me. And they were like, we want to share this for free. I was like, fuck yeah, take it. So hopefully I had to like upload it to their thing. So they're going to be on the lookout for that. Barstool Sports is about to share my shit. But I made sure to send the version that has my joke on it. So I'm like, I'm not letting you guys pretend like you wrote that joke. That's my joke. So that's pretty cool. That's the next big thing happening in my life. And come see me on tour. Please help me book this tour if you can. If you know anyone in the Great Plains region, let me know if you made it to the Elk. Please leave a comment if you made it to the Elk. I've decided I'm going to start getting into the Canadian Football League because I love gambling. And I was looking at the league today, and I was trying to decide who's going to be my favorite team. That's how I decided to be a Memphis Showboats fan of the UFL. You know, what name do I like the most? A few different factors. There's some teams I'm just not going to be. I don't like that they have this. I don't like that they have that. I think there's like 9 Canadian Football League teams, and one of them is the Edmonton Elks. I go, oh, dude, I'm going to be an Edmonton Elks fan. For sure. So I decided today to be an Edmonton Elks fan, but I think I'm going to pause that for a bit because apparently there's a real controversy right now. They used to be the Edmonton Eskimos. I was reading all about my Edmonton Elks today. They play the BC Lions this weekend for the season opener. It actually starts this weekend, if you can believe it. I literally Googled today. I go, when does the CFL start? That'd be cool to get into like the Canadian. Then it was like, oh, it starts this weekend. Oh, sick. Who's going to be my favorite team? Let me look at the names of the teams. Oh, I'm going to be an Edmonton Elks fan. Made it to the Elk. But they used to be called the Edmonton Eskimos, and that's apparently very offensive to Eskimos and Eskimo brothers. They used to be named the Edmonton Eskimos because they would all used to fuck the same girl. That's a joke that I might do if I ever do a show in Edmonton. Hey, Edmonton's having a moment. They're in the Stanley Cup Finals right now. Final? Stanley Cup Final? So, I mean, Edmonton's on the up and up. Now's the time to get in on their sports fandom. But not the Oilers. I'm just going to be just an Elks fan. But there's a lot of hubbub because they changed from the Eskimos to they got a new owner, and everyone's like, you got to change the name. You can't be the Eskimos. That is also a weird name for a football team, the Eskimos. That's just people that live in the Arctic and fish and live in igloos. So they changed it in 2021 to the Edmonton Elks, and people didn't like it. They also started losing games a lot more. There's just not a lot of excitement. People don't respect Elks like we do, folks. We are, of course, huge Elk fans. The animal. You call a team the Elks, I'm gonna be there in full Elk garb. I want some antlers on my head. I mean, you can go to this game with antlers on your head. There's so much stuff they can do. You can't go to a game dressed as the Eskimos. But apparently people are upset. They want to go back to the Eskimos. They've been the Eskimos for like decades before that. Like, why'd you change the name? That does suck. I mean, going from the Cleveland Indians to the Cleveland Guardians fucking sucks. Going from the Washington Redskins to the Washington Commanders sucks. Those names just suck. They're such bad team names. The Guardians and the Commanders, that sucks. The Elks are at least an animal. The Guardians. They go so far the other way to not be offensive. We'll choose a name that does not strike fear into anyone. Elks, I think, is cool, but I also didn't know that they used to be the Eskimos. So people apparently hate Elks. So there's now a movement. I think they're maybe selling the team again or something like that. But they're thinking about going back to not the Eskimos, but the Esks. Because you can't say Eskimo, but you can say the Edmonton Esks. E-S-K-S. E-S-K-S. That's what I imagine they would do at the games. Let's go Esks. Oh, it's a lot of spit, dude. The spit's going to be flying at those games. Let's go Esks. Defense of the Esks. No, thank you. So I haven't decided if I'm going to be an Elks fan. I might be a BC Lions fan because they're the closest to me. And they have really cool uniforms. So those are just my closing thoughts. I always wanted to keep you guys, I wanted to hold you hostage while I was about to end the episode, and then I want to talk about my new team I decided I was going to support today and then went back on it. I thought that'd be a pretty cool story. Now I'm losing my voice and my patience and my ass. Thank you for listening to episode 39 of Laser Show. Drop a like. Let me know if you made it to the elk. And as always, pump it up. Wait, what is it? Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, dance.
Pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume, dance.